Wildlife Conservation Society and Fisheries for Science have led the most recent length-based assessments for common finfish and shark fisheries in Belize. These assessments determined what proportions of the catch were above and below the lengths at which each species are expected to be mature. Since these maturity data are largely lacking in Belize for these species, benchmark lengths used in these assessments were most often sourced from studies conducted outside of Belize or even the Mesoamerican region. Results showed that majority of the animals being landed were being caught below the length at which they were expected to be mature. Unfortunately, length at maturity can vary geographically, meaning depending where you are, the same species may be mature at different lengths, so sourcing these parameters from outside studies could lead to lowered confidence in the results of these assessments. To remedy this and ensure that both WCS and Fisheries for Science are providing the most accurate findings, it's necessary to collect length at maturity directly from Belize fish populations. To achieve this, they're teaming up to take on a project titled Enhancing Sustainable Fisheries Management for Sharks and Finfish through Collaborative Community-Based Data Collection, which is funded by the Belize Fund and Mote Marine Laboratory. The goal of this project is to collect important life history data for key species in Belize fisheries to conduct accurate length-based assessments. WCS Belize will lead finfish data collection, prioritizing species such as grouper, snappers, grunts, and porgies, as well as barracuda. Similarly, age and length data will be collected for 5 commercially important shark species, specifically the Caribbean reef shark, the blacktip shark, the sharp-nosed shark, shovelbill sharks, and the scalloped hammerhead shark. A unique component of this project is it will have strong fisher participation and engagement throughout the entire process to achieve our objectives of, first, ensuring that length-based assessments of finfish and sharks in Belize are based on local life history parameters and are as accurate as possible. Secondly, to build capacity of a key stakeholder and ensure their participation in science, landings data collection, and assessments. And lastly, highlight the importance of accurate fisher-reported landings data that contribute to these assessments and benefit overall fisheries management. Together, we'll visit landing sites for finfish and sharks to collect maturity status, body length measurements, histology, and DNA samples. More frequent visits to landing sites will also improve landings reportings, determine which finfish are more frequently landed and by which gears. It'll also facilitate the submission of shark anal fins, which are required to be submitted by fishers as per their license agreement, all which helps Belize more accurately report their national landings and assist with export reporting to remain compliant with their international CITES obligation. Most importantly, working with fisherfolk provides a unique pathway for knowledge exchange and bolsters important working relationships among fishers, managers, and researchers. The outcomes of this project will be a new database of Belize-specific life history data and substantially improved length-based assessments for these species, all documented in reports and scientific publications. Belize is a conservation-conscious nation and realizes the value of safeguarding its marine resources, which help maintain healthy ecosystems and contribute to both food and livelihood security. Aiming for sustainably managed fisheries is one way Belize is doing that. This project has the support of the Belize Fisheries Department, who will be working alongside us to improve fisheries assessments conducted here in Belize. The impacts of this work will greatly improve finfish and shark fisheries management guidance through more accurate length-based assessments, as well as fisher participation in these assessments. Life history parameters are generally stable characteristics of a population over time, so project outputs would be relevant in future assessments well beyond this study. Additional impacts of this project will be improved capacity among fisherfolk to participate in scientific research and to diversify their income. It will also broaden peer-to-peer communication of the importance of avoiding immature-sized finfish and sharks in their catches for long-term sustainability of these fisheries. Including key stakeholders not only makes this process more inclusive, but it ensures we're incorporating all available information to create the most comprehensive and effective management plan for Belize fisheries. It also enhances our collective ability to monitor and understand these fisheries in a way that each could not achieve on their own, leading to well-managed resources we all get to benefit from. WCS Belize and Fisheries for Science thanks the Belize Fund for the opportunity to conduct this study and for supporting this project.